Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about change. First thing I always think about with change is, good change management is about balance. You want to go really fast to get the change done quickly, and at the same time, if you go too fast or the change is too big too fast, it can cause team issues. So, if it's too fast and you lose the team, the change isn't going to happen anyway because you're losing the team. If it goes too slow, you may miss out on market opportunities, or there may be some slowdown in your ability to deliver features, or even if you go slow enough, the change doesn't ever really happen. And so you need to think about that balance between the two of, look, me personally, I like to go really fast on change, but you have to balance that with the team. What can the team handle? And so you have to think about what sort of pace that the team's going to be comfortable with. And, that's one of the other aspects too, is you need to adjust depending. If the team is understanding of the change and is ready to make it, push a little harder, go a little faster. If the team's having problems or if there are issues that arise because of the speed of the change, slow it down. Or if it's just the change is so big, you may slow it down, maybe break it into multiple pieces. Again, it depends on the team and it depends on what exactly the change is. So think it through. Change, another thing that's important to think about, change requires being uncomfortable. And what I mean by that is most teams, if there's no motivation behind that change, they're not going to make it. They're not going to believe in it. And it's hard, I think, to drive change unless people have a reasoning behind it. And again, change has some level of uncomfortableness. Big changes have more uncomfortableness. And I always say this, if you're going to drive change, embrace uncomfortable. You kind of have to feel okay with, look, we're down this path of the change. Maybe there's some things that we haven't been able to figure out yet, or when we go through the door, but that you might have these type of things, that there's some unknowns. It's okay. And you've got to make yourself, your leadership, and your team be okay with that level of uncomfortableness. Part of change is, you have to explain to the team why. Why am I making this change? Is it a business, or is the business we have changing? So we have to make a change to drive the product in a different direction. Is the change that the rate of our features is going out so slow? I worked on a team where the rate of features going out was so painfully slow that we were losing market share. And at the same time, the leadership of that team didn't want to brace the uncomfortableness, and it really caused an issue on that team to be able to deliver the product we needed to for our customers. And then what's the benefit? If we do this change, how does it help? How does it help the team? How does it help the individuals on the team? How does it help the business? And being able to explain that up front, again, is how you can get people to buy into the change. And then the other thing, and we'll talk in a little more detail, is what does success look like? When we're done, what are we expecting to get out of this change? What are we expecting the goodness for the team? What about the goodness for the product or the market or the company? Related to that is, if you're going to drive a change, you need to have a vision of where we're going to be when we're done with this change. What are we driving for? And a vision has to be compelling. If it has to be something that's more, how am I helping the world? How am I changing the market? How am I impacting, millions, hopefully, of customers? And you have to bring that compelling vision to any sort of change you're doing. And why you need to do that is, if you can't sell a vision, it's very difficult to sell the change. I might even say impossible to sell the change. And then part of the second part of that is, what goals are you associating with this change, this vision? Goals are a way to take, I have this large vision that we're going for, and I have a smaller set of goals. And the nice thing is, if we can achieve those goals quickly, each goal quickly over time, it helps to people feel this sense of accomplishment. Okay, we got the first part of the change done. That's fun and exciting. You celebrate it, and then you get to the next piece. And so having a way to make that small enough chunks that people understand it and people can feel success, because success breeds more success. And then, one of the other things I think is important, what are the principles we're using to make these decisions on the change? I'm also a big fan, if you're making these type of changes, please include your leadership, include the senior talent on your team, because you need them to help you sell the change, but you also need them to help you execute the change. And principles should be, how did we get to the point where we decided this? But there should be another set of principles for how do we make decisions about this? Because again, unknowns are going to happen. How do I decide? Is one of the principles we need more monthly active users? Is the decision we need more profitability? Is the impetus we need to get more features out more quickly so that we can keep up with the pace of the market change? So all these things need to be part of the process so people can look at those principles and say, I have a decision to make, rather than having it to go all the way up the management chain. If they have a set of principles, they know what the vision is, they know what the goals are. Very easy for people to sort of make those decisions without escalating and going through some barrier to get decisions made. I'm going to talk more about change, some more details on how next week. Meanwhile, I hope everybody has a good week, and please go out, show your leadership. Thank you.